Hello, gentlemen. I hope you're well. We're starting off this first video with a $300 to $10,000 challenge. So in this video, you're going to see my trades and you're also going to be able to track how I'm actually doing. I'll leave my wallet in the description so you can go ahead and track. Do not copy trade it because I'll be buying Solana, USDC. I'll be buying loads of random coins, trialing them out. So don't actually do that. So we started off with $470. I've compounded one time and you'll be able to see my compound here. So I brought two coins. Sadly, I brought these yesterday. They rugged and I sold off. I did make some money, but we are slightly up on our challenge. I went all the way down to $100 and now we're back up to 466. Again, you'll be able to track, so we'll be able to see. So we're in Chloe. This is my range. I went in with just Solana at the top. So hopefully we're going to accumulate fees. What we don't want is to drop down and go out of range. And this is my pet one. Not doing as great, but it could maybe sort of hang in there enough for me to earn fees to exit is what I'm hoping. So we went in with a curve and I compounded up here. So I'm hoping the price is going to go and stay steady around here, which will earn the most fees from. So typically I buy on Bullex tokens like this. So for example, I take Chloe and then I go all the way over to here and I put limit orders in. So if you click limit orders, you can buy down at a lower price. When the price drops, so Chloe looks like it is dropping, I would put a limit order of like 4 Solana, whatever, and then buy in at the support. That's what I tend to do. So I either do 0.5 on different levels. So I do catch it. What I don't do, or I used to do, was leave a support down here and it would never hit and it would just bounce back up and I lose my entry. So gradually bring it down, maybe 5% each time and do that. So the reason I mention that is yield farming is trading. You're trading, you're holding a coin, you're providing liquidity, and you're earning a yield. Most people buy in at here, up here, half of, let's say they buy 1 Solana and then worth of PEP, and then they add 1 Solana here, and then the price of PEP goes down. What you don't want to be doing is actually, how can I put it? Yield farming just to earn the fees. You want to be grabbing an entry. So make sure every time, like maybe now might be a time to do a half. Up here was a time to put just Solana, and down here is a time to put majority of it on a curve or bid ask like that. So it's a quiet time. Solana's a bit wobbly at the moment, hence why the last 2 days haven't been much volume. And you can see we're sliding down our initial deposit. Remember, it was like 472. What I don't want to do is drop below 400 because then I'm in issues. And if we're not earning fees, if the yield and the volume starts to drop off, then I'm going to be in big problems. What I tend to do to offset that is compound as much as I can. So whatever we're earning here, I tend to keep a tiny bit of Solana and then I put the rest in. So we'll do another curve here. And the reason I aggressively compound is because it's a very low balance. You see, it affects the liquidity. It raises slightly here. So around here, I'll earn most of the fees. Now, we're earning 160 something percent. If we compound that every 20 minutes, every half an hour, we'll slightly earn more and we'll grow our liquidity and earn a lot more fees. Yield farming has become something of which was just a bit on the side. I'll buy a token, provide liquidity, has actually become like a huge income source for me. I'm clearly earning well over $10,000 probably per month, I would say. And I don't risk a lot. I don't use massive balances. If I'm in coins like this, the most I'm going to put is 1 Solana. And then I'll just go about my day. If it rugs, it rugs. If it goes down, it goes down. But I tend to use larger bin steps now. I don't tend to use 2020 unless it's a super high market cap. And that's the only reason to use it. I'm even yield farming on, I just put just some BNB, I think 0.6 on this token. That's done pretty well. So there's income everywhere and there's liquidity needed everywhere. So we'll see how this goes. I'll pick it back up or there'll be a part two and we'll see how these trades actually panned out. So now we're down $100, just under. We've got some yield about $5, but this is the time where either it's make or break. You either take a loss or we're going to have to just ride it out for a whole day. Ideally, we kind of want it to stay in range for most of the day. So we came down here, which was kind of a good, how can I put it? One good one-sided Solana pool. So we're hoping for a bounce and then back up, and then we should be in really good profit. We should be in either $100 or $200. Same with PEP. So whether it's going to bounce, I don't know. Whether it's going to stay in range and we're just going to earn some yield, we don't know yet. Probably in an hour we'll be able to tell. I didn't want this to drop below $400, but we'll keep compounding and we'll see how it goes. So we did actually get a bounce on small Pepe, which is good. We entered a one-sided pool and it's bounced up, which is perfect. And we've also had a little bounce on Chloe. Now I'm in a position now where I'm actually in profits. So we're up maybe $60, something like that now. So it's the time where I'm either going to start to take profits. So we're up about, well, $80 now, close to closing in on 100. I'm either going to start taking the fees and just selling them, or I'm going to keep compounding them in if I think any of these are going to run that I want to hold a bit longer like that. I've also got the option, I've been taking small amounts of Solana, just keep it in my wallet. I started off with 0.15 and now we're on 0.18. So we're in a good position now where anything earned is pure profits and we just need the charts to hold. We may have some dips down, but even if it dips down to here, because we've been compounding, we should still be break even or in profit. So we're going to let it ride. If any of them go up out of range, I'm definitely going to close and exit because we'll be in really good profits. We'll probably double our money in that stage. So I'll keep you updated to see how these go and we'll see how much we can actually earn. So I'm actually going to close this position now on Chloe and then I'm just going to sell. I don't know if I'm going to make a profit or a loss, but let's see. But our PEP is doing pretty well. So fingers crossed we can see how that goes. So I'll just swap this into Solana. I'll probably give it a watch, see if it does anything. But I think we are at a loss on it. I don't know how much. I think we put one Solana, something like that. And it might go back in range, but I'm not really interested in risking it too much. Like we dropped out of range, it's sinking. Let's see, you can see how much I compounded. So sometimes it's buggy. I guess I put 206, so we got a slight loss. However, our PEP is doing really well, I think. Simply because I'm just going to let this ride now if it goes in and out of range. So we are in range, but we done a curve ball. So, which actually I thought was a really bad idea here, but actually it's worked out really well. So I'll let these fees build up now. I'm not going to compound anymore. And we're going to see if we can pull out any profits here, which I'm sure we will. I can't see us not. So fingers crossed we'll be at a nice balance. Currently our portfolio, which was $300, is currently over $500, something like that. So 322 plus that. So we're at $550 at the moment, which is good. We nearly doubled our money. So it's possible in a few days, even though Solana's dropping. So we'll see how it goes. So we're currently about 8 to 9 hours into our yield farming journey. We're probably close to $600 now in starting a challenge at $300, which is fine. Pep is doing well. Pep is bouncing in and out of range, which is fine. As long as it bounces on the top side, I'll be happy. Anything below here, I'll probably close out. But for now, it's earning good fees because we have a curve pool. So in theory, most of the fees will be earned around this position. Down here, we won't earn as much. And the Chloe one we closed out earlier was a good close. We closed around, I don't know, here. So that was, I think we took a little $20 loss, which is fine, but compounding is what saved us. So hopefully we'll keep this challenge going. Hopefully I can have $600 because once we get up to roughly about $2,000 is when we can farm a bit more higher market cap tokens and we can farm it over a few days and hyper compound and then we can grab a bag. So for now, I'm going to probably look to close out PEP. I do like this token. I did buy it quite early, but it did rug, so it's like a CTO now. I may keep some of this PEP. If I leave it in and it lasts, I'm going to see how it goes because if it goes a little 5x, 10x, we could have, if we end up with $50 in yield and it goes up to 500, that'd be perfect. But it's very hard when you yield farm, you start getting bullish on anything that goes up over range. You start to think, okay, this is run. Look at the tops. These are the tops. I mean, someone aped in $100,000 here. So we're going to see how this one pans out. Volume is good at the moment. So maybe when the volume dries up, we're earning okay. So for now, I will put, this is 0.015. I will take out 0.005 and I'll put 0.001 back into the pool. So I'm taking out little bits of Solana as well, just in case it does go south. But again, I've got a sort of, in my mind, a stop loss here. So if it does go down, I'll be in profit and then I'll take out my yield. So I hope you found this video useful, enjoyable. Stay tuned for the challenge and we'll see how it goes.